Did your internet give up? No, the power went out. Hey, what's up, Bulbasaur? Good to see you, man. How's it going? How's it going? I'm having some trouble with this Rattan like web event thing. Like some of the later levels get kind of hard. Maybe I should show this. Hang on. Why did I get like 4 notifications for one stream today? Cause I four? No, probably not four. Oh, wait, let me check. What the heck? Okay, YouTube. Wait. One, two, three. Huh. That's weird. Okay. So I started the stream on Discord, like on the Discord server. It has three. So I started the stream. The power went out, and when I came back, first thing I opened on the computer was because it didn't last for too long. It was only like a 1 or 2 minute blackout. So I immediately turned the computer back on, opened OBS, and opened the YouTube streaming thing, and like I was hoping, like I clicked start stream. I was hoping that the stream would be able to continue because it was like so fast. Uh, and I'm guessing that's what the second one was, and of course the third one is the one we're in right now. That's what I'm guessing. But the second when the power came back on, it didn't continue because apparently like it had been too long already. So, but because I clicked the start stream button on OBS, like maybe YouTube like sort of got something, or like I don't know like how Discord whatever this is, like however it works, like however Discord knows that I'm streaming. The bot doesn't love you, that's why only two for you. Can I mark DMs as unread? How do I mark like on Discord? Trying to mark something as unread, and I guess there's no such thing on Discord. RJ uses Edge. No, just for stuff that needs hardware acceleration. It's for stuff that needs hardware acceleration. Cause I don't like having hardware acceleration on Chrome. It's just a personal thing. I really don't know what it affects. Oh wait. You know what? Never mind. I do have a reason why I don't like it. On Chrome. That's because if I have hardware acceleration on Chrome, so when I watch YouTube and I put it to full screen, the whole screen flashes. Like I don't know why, it just does that, and I just hate it. So I always have hardware acceleration on Chrome off, but because I want a browser that uh, I want I also need hardware acceleration to be on sometimes for stuff like this, right? Like web events and stuff. And I don't want to have to restart all of Chrome and like reopen all my tabs when I have a bunch of tabs open. Whenever I suddenly have to do a Genshin web event. So what I do is like I just have, I mean like Edge is already on Windows, right? Like I might as well turn on hardware acceleration there and then like just copy paste whatever link that opens in Chrome whenever I click this thing, like a web event thing, like a special event thing from Genshin. I just copy and paste the link and then open it in Edge, since Edge already, like I said, I always have hardware acceleration on Edge. Left click on message, then under unread message option. Left click on message. Okay, I should not have closed Discord then. Hey, what's up, Ems? I rise from the grave. Greetings. Arise. Sorry. I just I've been watching Solo Leveling recently, so I don't see the thing that you're saying. The left click on the message, then unread message option. By the way, I'm doing it via the browser. Via like I do not have Discord installed on my PC. I just open it through a browser. Like if I can open it through a browser and I have like 90% of the functionality in there, like what reason is there for me to install like like a dedicated app? So yeah, like maybe it's only on like if I like in the app or something. But yeah, I'm not seeing the option that you're mentioning here. Try to eat pea. I try to eat pea shooter? What? Dies from a futile attempt in consuming pea shooter. What? Is it a right click? Yeah, there's no unread. There's no mark as unread option. There is, however, a grayed out mark as read option. I mean, obviously it's grayed out because I already read it, but there's no mark as unread. Does not get the PVZ reference. I mean, I don't know. It's pea shooter. It's a PVZ plant. So trying to eat pea shooter. I'm thinking like if there's like a deeper reference in there that I'm not getting. Everyone knows the Plants vs Zombies. I guess except, well, you know what? I guess Gen Alpha does know about Plants vs Zombies, but they don't know like the actual game itself. Skill isn't ready. I rose from the grave, hinting I'm a zombie. Oh, from the grave. Okay. I gotcha. You know, the most hardcore I've ever been into Plants vs. Zombies was back in 2012, 2013. So I bought myself, and at the time, like I was already a tech enthusiast, but I had zero knowledge about computers, anything. So, but you know, because I had a job, I bought my teammate's husband's desktop computer. To this day, I have no idea what kind of hardware was in that thing. But it was a used computer, like really old computer. But it was, it was good enough for the stuff that I needed needed it for at the time. $200, right? $200 for the monitor, keyboard, mouse, the tower, of course, like the whole computer itself, and like a sort of barely working table. A barely working table. But yeah, $200 for all of it. And I spent like $3 on the taxi ride back home, and yeah. And at that time, I went super hardcore on like Plants vs. Zombies, desktop version, of course. And so I played like all the game modes. Well, not all the game modes, like the main one. And then like I went ham on like planting stuff, like the Zen Garden, I believe is what it's called. Like to the point where like I like after work I would play for like an hour maybe. I would play for like an hour, and then I would go into the Zen Garden, and then I would get a chocolate bar. I would give it to give the snail a chocolate bar, like because the chocolate bar makes it so the snail goes faster and doesn't sleep for like a couple minutes. And then I would go to sleep. And by the time that I wake up, I will have had like a few thousand like coins, like gold coins, just from the snail picking it up. I'll go sleep now. I got class tomorrow morning. Good night, RJ. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Ems. Take care, man. Good night. RJ was going hardcore. Yeah. Although I wouldn't say like hardcore, like I figured out everything about Plants vs. Zombies. I mean like hardcore, like, like I would leave my computer on like when I went to sleep so that my snail could collect gold coins. Like, I remember at one point having like 30,000 gold coins. I didn't know what to do with it because like at that point I'd already bought everything from the shop. Like everything like that cost gold coins from the shop. What was it called? Crazy Dave's shop, I think. Darn it. Okay. At least we're not going to phase 2. When was the last time you fought Senora? um. Oh, okay. I might be able to figure that out. I might be able to figure that out. Cause what I've been doing for a really long time now is I usually I only do 3 weekly bosses a week, and I only do the newest 3. So hang on, let's figure out the order in which the weekly bosses were released. So like, other than like the day 1 weekly bosses, Tartaglia was the first new weekly boss that was released, and then I think it was Senora, and then Raiden Shogun, and then Ajdaha. I think. Are there any other weekly bosses here? No, no, no. Okay, I think not. Okay, so Ajdaha. Okay, so by the time Ajdaha came out, I was still like farming the Raiden Shogun weekly boss, Senora, and Ajdaha. And then what came after Ajdaha? Was it a Sumeru weekly boss? Was it the Wanderer weekly boss? Was it the Scaramouche weekly boss? I think it was the Scaramouche weekly boss. I could be wrong. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Alright, Scaramouche. So, yeah, by the time the Scaramouche weekly boss came out, that was the point when I stopped farming Senora. I gotta say that this is a special kind of creativity it takes to like, create something like this. Like, I know it's not like the first ever. Like, there have been plenty of like games slash mini games, both in video games and even in real life, of stuff like this. But like, to be able to put it in a browser game, that's pretty cool. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. Very good. Hmm. Imagine having one stream, you just play your old stream gameplay and voice over it. Um, I've been that has come to mind, and I'm kind of and like the moment I've thought about it, I have thought about like doing something like that, and like uh, I'm thinking like maybe I could do something like that. Um, but like when I feel like I haven't streamed in a long time, uh, but there's nothing to do in the game, right? Like, yeah, like maybe when something like that happens, I have thought about doing that. I have thought about doing that. Uh, but as of right now, there's just always something to do in the game so far. What is up with my ping? It is so unstable. Did you not stream earlier today? Or am I losing it? No, it's just I streamed I started the stream like this evening. The power went out after 15 minutes, and then I tried to continue it like when it came back, but it didn't work because apparently YouTube thought it was too late. And then I guess Discord thought that that counted as like a stream, so it sent the notification again. And then like when I actually started it again, then third notification. I'm kind of thinking about just not even like rewatching the 5.4 special program on stream. I just sort of don't really feel like it's necessary. The 5.4 program was like, hey, new standard 5-star. Okay. And what else? New updates, I guess. Like quality life stuff. That's it. I don't really remember anything else. Anything else noteworthy? Anyone who wanted to watch the program would have done so already. Yeah. But I guess it's just something, some people really just appreciate seeing other people's opinions on it, on stuff that they see. So that's one of the main reasons why even though that's why I still watch the special program, even though I talk to people in stream, and I tell them that, hey, I've already watched it. Like, I don't pretend that I haven't watched it yet, even though I have seen it already. I still go ahead and watch the special program, just because some people appreciate seeing people's reactions, people's reactions and people's opinions about stuff from the special program. Doesn't chew on electric wires. Why would anyone eat a wire? He isn't a mouse. What? Doesn't chew on electric wires. Why would anyone eat a wire? Sorry, I'm confused. Oh, maybe I should do dailies first. Okay. Stop chewing on the wires. Why the heck did your power go out? Stop chewing on the wires. Okay. Okay, I get it now. I just missed one of Mr. J's messages. Inside as well. All the walls in this house are made of solid concrete. I'm curious to see how you're gonna be inside a wall. Inside a concrete wall. Oh. Magic. So, what do you guys think about Yumemizuki Mizuki? I think she's gonna be awful. She's not gonna be completely useless, but like as for like the way she seems to be intended to be played, I think she's gonna be completely useless. Yumemizuki Mizuki, the new 5-star, new standard 5-star in 5.4. I just said a new 5-star, new standard 5-star in 5.4. Didn't you guys watch the 5.4 special program? And like, I'm sure you guys heard like everyone and their uncle talking about leaks, because like apparently this isn't Genshin Impact anymore. This is Leak Impact at this point. Like every time, like it's just all the time leaks. Everyone's just talking about leaks. Oh. Can't handle the cringe. Well, what about the Primo Gems though? Do you miss out on those, or do you just like get the codes from somewhere afterwards? The codes are posted on HoYoLab. Dude, you go to HoYoLab? Or do you just like, is HoYoLab even like Googleable? Like, can you even Google HoYoLab? Like, you search for like Primogem codes. Like, do they show up on Google? Like as a HoYoLab like website or whatever? Like a link to HoYoLab? I haven't yet. I have given up on Genshin for a while. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Bulbasaur. Did you think HoYoLab was behind the Great Firewall of China or something? No. It's just that like posts on HoYoLab. I don't know. Like the way I see HoYoLab is like everyone just sort of posts whatever, right? Like anything. So I don't really expect no. I expect like so many people, so many like casual players who are into HoYoLab or like I don't know. Like I don't even know where to begin how to describe these kinds of people uh that I'm trying to refer to. But I just sort of expect people on HoYoLab to post the same thing, like hundreds and thousands of people posting like the same thing. So like I just don't see like how Google would like show some or all of those, or at least like pick out the most relevant one. Wait a minute. No, hey, okay, I'm an idiot. I'm. I completely forgot about this. I hope. I hope you describe them. Obnoxious, whiny, down real bad. Did I? Okay, I am not sure if I did this today. It looks familiar. I might have done this account today. Then +5. Okay, we're good. What day is it? Oh dear. Oh god. No. I really I'm Yeah, okay. I'm remembering it now. I did not get on this account earlier today when I should have. However, you get notifications when there's new codes, and you can claim them with one click. Notifications, however, sorry, how do you get these notifications? Like, if you actually have the HoYoLab app installed?
これだけあればきっとこれ私にまさかこんなところで君に基本的にはお茶にも
I'm so sorry. I just the idea of actually having the HoYoLab app installed on one's device is just it's foreign to me. I just like why? And so obviously like for the Primo gems, right? Like getting notifications for new codes and stuff. But like is there any other reason why? So that's the only reason why you have it, just to get notifications for new Primo Gem codes. I just don't see why I have to spare like a few, I don't know, like another 50 to 100 megabytes of my phone storage just for that. I guess it's because I actually do pay I actually do watch out for the special program, so I guess that's why. 50 megabytes, right? Like 50 megabytes, dude. On my phone, 50 megabytes, that's like the difference between making my device usable and not. There's also the web version. They can also give you notifications. Wait, they can? Well, I don't know. I mean, cool, but like, I have this thing where like I don't know why I have this. Like, it's not really, it's not a peeve, but it's like I guess you could call, I guess you could call it an obsession. Yeah, I have this like obsession to like make my, to minimize like things that happen on my devices, not just like my phone, but also my computer. Minimize the things happening, and when I say the things happening, I mean like notifications, notifications, background apps, um, yeah, notifications, background apps, and like I want to limit it to the things that, to only the things that I need. Like for example, when I get a, like when I get a new phone, for example, like every time I get a new phone, and even if it's not mine, like even if it's not mine, like I will sit for like an hour, sometimes more than an hour, like going through, like I would go into settings, I would look through the list of all the apps, including system apps, and I would like look through everything that I think doesn't need to have certain permissions. Like I would look at every permission of every possible app that I feel like I would need to change. And not just permissions, but also like notifications, like permissions to give me notifications, permission to like auto run or something like that, auto run like on startup of the device. Like I guess I micromanage all of that. Even the recent budget phones have 256 gigabytes, dude. Like I've mentioned this on stream multiple times already. The phone I use now is like a $100 smartphone that, by the way, I did not pay for. Just came free with a laptop that I bought a few years ago. And hey, like it does the job. It does the job I need it to be. It's a phone. It can make phone calls and text messages, has mobile data, store a few pictures here and there. And a $100 smartphone does not have 256 gigabytes, especially from the time that I bought it. Oh, sorry, no, not bought, but like the time I got it, like the time it was released. Like it was 2020 before the pandemic, 2019. Yeah, 2019. The only app I have notifications turned on for is WhatsApp. RJ, you can pawn one of your kids to get a new phone. No thanks. I just don't need one. And I don't feel the need to buy a new one. Like I want to buy a new one, right? Like, you know, it's a human thing. Like I want to buy a new one. I want to buy like a really cool phone, my dream phone, an ideal phone. But I just don't feel like I need to. And I would feel bad if I did. Like even if I had the money, like even if I suddenly won the lottery, I would feel really bad if I bought a new phone, cuz like, well, what's going to happen to this phone that I'm using now? I'm just going to put it in storage forever? What a waste. Or you can have two phones? No, that's too annoying. Like, why? Okay. Here's the thing, though. if I had somehow had the money and I bought myself a brand spanking new, like top of the line phone, right? If I did that, would I even bother using the old slow one? I don't think I would. I wouldn't even bother. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother. Mine are old AF, but they're fine for my needs. Yeah, but like that's the thing though. Like they, right? Like that's the keyword there. They. Like why would I prefer to have two phones when I can have just one? Right? Like why would I prefer to have one phone in each of my pockets when I could just have one phone in one of my pockets and have my other pocket completely empty or completely usable for some other thing that I could put in there? Right? If I could just have one phone, then that would be great. Having two phones is like, I technically I do have two phones, right? Like I have this phone that I got for free from buying my laptop back in 2019, and I have my brother's old phone, which he lent me. Um, he lent it to me. When was it? When my OnePlus 5 broke, and I had no way of getting it fixed for a reasonable price. And that was in 2018, I believe. 2018. He lent me his old phone because like it had broken at that like a couple of years prior to that, but then like him and my mom had no idea like how to get it fixed or like what was wrong with it, so my mom just bought him a new phone, like really cheap phone, like about the same price as mine, like the current one that I'm using now. Um, and I don't know why. After my mom bought him a phone, she also took his old phone to a repair shop, so they got it fixed. So now, at that point, my brother had two phones that he couldn't use. Like he could only use one of them. Oh, is there any point in getting the coins and the telescope? I have no idea, man. It doesn't seem to give anything, honestly. I haven't noticed. Okay, I guess the only thing left for me to do is to claim the 4-star. But I haven't asked my friend. By the way, this is my friend's account. I haven't asked my friend yet which 4-star he wants. Surprise your friend with Chong Yun. I think he already has. I'm pretty sure he already has Chongyun C6. Like I hit the coin and did a 10 pull, and it didn't even get a C6 R5 character. Fake luck. The web event is very fun and quite difficult. You know, yeah, I have to agree. Like, I don't know about difficult, but like, it's not easy. Like, it's not the usual like brain dead like spam click to win kind of thing. It actually needs you to think and like look. I can't just like half give it half my attention. I actually have to focus on it if I don't want to be here all day. Hey, midnight. All right, I guess nothing else for me to do on this account today. Anyway, dual phone life is dope. Even if it's just to never have to wait for uh what phone to recharge, for IR phone to recharge. I mean that's the thing that is like I don't really ever have to like I don't think I've ever have had to wait for my phone to charge. Like I guess that one advantage is that I'm always at home. I'm almost never outside. And I'm all like when I'm home, 95% of the time that I'm home, I'm in front of my computer with my like with my really long power bar. Which by the way, my charger is always plugged into. And all I got to do is plug my phone in and flick the switch and then voila, it's charging. And my phone, like despite being quite cheap, it actually, like charges reasonably fast. It charges reasonably fast for being so cheap. Kind of surprising. What's the average for a selective 4-star? What do you mean by average for a selective 4-star? What does that mean? What's a selective 4-star? Define reasonable. Like I will plug it in at like 2%, and sometimes I'll plug it in at like 30%, and then I'll play like one uh one game of like StarCraft Brood War, like for like sometimes somewhere around like 25 minutes maybe, approximately 25 minutes. Never, it's almost never above 30 minutes. Longest probably 32 minutes, and by the time that I finish, the phone will be at somewhere around like 70%, and that 70% or higher uh, is almost always going to get me across almost 2 full days. But then again, I don't use my phones very like I don't use my phones a lot, like heavily. I'm not a heavy phone user. I don't play games on it because, well, it's a cheap phone. It's a slow phone, so I can't play any games on it. I can, but like the games that I have installed on it are like the types of games that where like I just play them like when there's no internet and I'm bored, which hardly ever happens. And even if I know that I'm gonna be going somewhere with no internet for an extended period, I will actually spend time getting ready for that. Like I will spend time getting ready for that. I'll go through my YouTube subscription feed, and I will download some of the videos there that I have like even the slightest interest in. Like some short, some not so short, just enough so that it could get me through like one day of boredom. Right? Like for like $100 phone, it's reasonable. It's reasonable. Although like if I played games on it like all day, that 70 or 80% might only last me for about maybe 2 or 3 hours. Maybe not three. Yeah, like maybe when it was new. Maybe when it was new, it would last for 3 hours. But nowadays, like probably only 2 hours. And like really super lightweight games, because obviously it's a cheap phone. It can't run a heavy game. Hey, what's up, Luap? How's it going, man? Okay, what's the average for selected 4-star pulls? Average. Subway Surfer? No, no. I know how popular Subway Surfer is, but like, surprisingly, I have never had Subway Surfer installed on any of my phones ever. Okay, my ping is really high. 220. Let's see if we can fix that. Hmm? Why do I have a real world quest? Camera locations. I don't see any. I don't play mobile games either. I just have a FL Studio. Sorry, what's FL? And a lot of similar apps. What's an FL Studio? Sorry, man. I use my phones more as a makeshift mic than an actual phones. Ah, okay, okay. That's pretty cool. Are you a Temple guy run then? A Temple Run guy then? I used to play Temple Run, but like on any of my modern, well, I say modern in air quotes. On any of my modern phones, I haven't had Temple Run installed ever. Like what I consider to be like quote unquote my modern smartphones was so the Alcatel Pop C9, I believe is what it was called. Alcatel Pop C9 that my dad bought me, which by the way was my very first smartphone. Um, other than that, so my Zenfone 2 that I bought using my own salary, Zenfone 2 from 2015, the OnePlus 5 that my dad bought me in 2016, I believe. And of course this one that I'm using now, and my brother's phone that he's still lending to me because it doesn't need it back.
回答祭をしかシャンリンに俺そんなことないそうなんだそうフータを仕事のそうこれで分かったよね
on any of those phones, I've never had Temple Run installed, but I did have Temple Run installed on an old, like super cheap tablet that my dad bought me. What year was that? Shoot, 2014, I think. In 2014. But it wasn't even like, I don't even know how to describe that kind of tablet. Like, so it was Android, and it was like a super like obscure, like I don't even remember the brand. It was just like a super low end tablet. And when I say low end, I mean like what's like Amazon's tablet that they that they sell, like the $100 tablets that they used to have. I think they still make it.
気に入った柄を選んでお祝いの言葉とともにライアンも興味
like it's so low end that when you look at the screen, like when you tilt it to the side and look at the edge of the screen, you can actually see the gap between the glass and the display itself. It's that kind of tablet, and the screen, like plastic screen, not even glass. Plastic screen, plastic everything.
私はそんなことないよライアンでいいよ先生かどう これは総務士が有楽法術の施す
Audio production / recording software. Oh, I see. So why do you use your phone though as a microphone? Why not just get like a lava, what is it called? Lavalier mic? I think that's what it's called. Like those tiny mics that you clip on your clothes.
私もちょこ寄贈3位リーユエに伝わる鬼門戦術は私の記憶家系図を見る限りはねもう一つ私が学んでへえなるほど最後の一人はこの方について王城堂の方ってことはフータオから真実かとフード氏の名前へえ二件は
Kindle?
ただ
They're reading tablets. I think they make others too. I'm not sure about the Kindle. I think the Kindles are the Kindles completely black and white? Are they like e-readers where like the screens look like paper? Or do they have Kindles that actually have colored screens? I don't remember. It's whatever the cheap tablets are that Amazon themselves sell and make. They probably don't make it themselves. They probably just like have some Chinese manufacturer make it for them, but still, like it's their brand. I don't know, man. Those mics look off. I don't trust the cheap ones, and the expensive ones are expensive. I guess so. Well, you know, that is the nice thing about like smartphones, right? Like smartphones, despite having like tiny microphones in them, have surprisingly good quality audio. Right? Like even on like maybe yeah on even on like a super cheap smartphone, like mics on those things are surprisingly good. And the cool thing about smartphones too is like when you buy a smartphone, you're not just buying a smartphone. You're not just buying a computer with a screen with a touch screen on it that has no mouse and keyboard. You're buying a camera. In fact, two cameras. At least two cameras nowadays. Like most smartphones have like I don't know 4 or 6 cameras on them. Several microphones, like 1 or 2. What else? So of course the phone itself, right? Like for calling and texting, and a mobile computer, as well as like a battery. Especially like some of the newer smartphones nowadays have like huge batteries in them, and they're surprisingly cheap for like if you list each and every one of the things that you get when you buy a smartphone, like it is surprisingly cheap what you get. So they say that this coin thing gives you luck. Well, I don't see any of that luck. I don't see it. I don't feel it either. Nope. Doesn't work. It's fake. Okay, I never had a tablet. Oh, I see. Yeah, like for me, personally, I don't see why I would ever need a tablet. A tablet to me just is just a big phone, like cool, bigger screen. But like, when will I ever need a tablet? Like, okay, I hardly ever chill on the sofa when I'm at home, and I am at home a lot. But most of the time when I'm at home, I'm working or I'm streaming or just playing video games on my own. So I'm at my computer anyway, which, by the way, surprise, surprise, has a way bigger screen than any tablet. Um, and I can do whatever it is I need to do and watch videos on it at the same time. So like, okay, don't need a tablet. When I'm in bed, most of the time when I'm using a phone in bed, it's on the way to sleep. I'm usually like on the way to like just falling asleep. So most of the time, I just lay the phone down like next to my head while playing some video, and I fall asleep to that. And obviously, I can't do that with a tablet. In the morning, I'm just gonna wake up to like what used to be a tablet, but is now 2 halves of a tablet. Gantia for digital art. Okay, yeah, I can see it being super useful for like artsy people like that. People who draw a lot.
葬儀屋さん。いえ。神玉。どうかされました。ああ。その後、当人形には。そのようなこと。人力の谷の。勝手な憶測。いけません。ええ。Keep in mind that average smartphone has low CPU. That's the trade-off for the price. Yeah, that's true. That's and like it's oh, the RAM too, man. RAM on smartphones is like super important because especially with Android tablets. I don't know what it is with Android tablets. Sorry, not tablets. Android phones. Android phones just don't seem to have as good RAM management as iPhones. So like depending on like so most of the time an Android phone needs more RAM on average than an iPhone. And like the problem with having very little RAM on a device that's not like super good with RAM management is especially because low RAM is usually on a lower end device which has a slower CPU, slower SoC, which means loading and or reloading apps is slow and takes up a lot of the device's resources which still need to be used for background apps like your messaging apps have to keep running in the background, and because you have lower RAM amounts of RAM, your device unlikely to be able to keep all the apps that you have running in RAM, which means by the time that you go back to that app that you were using 5 minutes ago, it's gonna have to reload. So yeah, that is one big disadvantage about having a lower end phone. Hey, what's up, Abby? How's it going, man? High-end tablets are just as expensive as laptops with way better CPUs. I guess one advantage that tablets do have nowadays is tablets have way longer battery lives, way longer battery life than laptops. In general. But then like the only and like with the Windows on ARM being a thing, I think that to me that is actually like super exciting, especially because like ARM laptops, Snapdragon laptops last so much longer and are so much quieter and run so much cooler and have so much longer battery life. Now granted, nowadays, because the software hasn't been able to catch up yet, the number of people that are able to use an ARM Windows computer is quite limited. But if you just so happen to be one of those people where everything that you do on your laptop just so happens to be already supported on Windows on ARM, then hey, congrats. And I'm actually like a very big fan of the Microsoft Surface lineup of devices. Windows on ARM. It's so Windows, like Microsoft Windows, the OS, and ARM being the I don't know what to call these guys. Like they're a company. They're a private company, and they don't make any hardware. But what they do is they design chips, and they design like chip architecture. There you go. They design chip architecture, and then they license their designs to whoever, right? Whoever wants to license it. One of the more prominent entities that license their chip designs is shoot, what's the name of their company? I don't know. I don't know the name of their company anymore, but like I'm sure you're familiar with the name Snapdragon, right? It's the SoC that most Android phones use. Snapdragon. So Snapdragon is based on the ARM architecture. And so imagine your Windows laptop running on a Snapdragon SoC instead of an Intel or AMD CPU. That's exactly what Windows on ARM is. And because it's an SoC, it's a system on a chip. The GPU and the CPU, they're all in this one chip. Plus the fact that what is it called? ISP. Hang on, image something. ISP, image signal processing. I don't remember the term, but like there's this like image processing that happens that is like that has like its own dedicated like chip in an SoC in smartphone SoCs. That's why smartphone cameras have way better cameras than laptop cameras, despite laptops having way more space in there for a much better camera. Well, it's not just the only, it's not the only reason. It's one of the reasons why smartphones have way better cameras than laptop cameras. So what? Yeah, like it's just I just think that Windows on ARM is it's something that I would want to happen. It's something that I would want to happen. It is already happening. It's just that it hasn't reached the mainstream just yet. It hasn't reached the mainstream, especially because like the support, the software support is still very limited right now. And the software that doesn't fully support it so far, like some of them run via emulation, but because it's emulation, there's a performance hit. Like it runs a little more slowly than normal. Like if you're running it on Windows on a regular like x86 architecture Windows laptop slash PC slash desktop. Oh gosh, Cecilia.
ごきげんよ
久しいな。
おや、あいにく今日の劇は
う。リュウサ先生。ありがとな、ウンキン。もしかしてその急いだご様子
Well,
を見る
Mr.
に
J,
勝利
showing
先
up
生
to
を
my
探しにいら
streams
したのでしょうか
consistently means that you're gonna be listening to that.
そうだったのか。
Let me think. How many more
ようが
times?
同志は自由。
One more time.
大事なものなの
One
でしょ
more
うか
time. Yeah, because I did this last night on my second account. I'm on my third account today. And I already did this on my friend's account, not off stream, and my Asia account already. So you're gonna be, showing up to my streams. You're gonna be listening to that one more time
こんな噂を聞いたことはあり
when
ま
I
せん
do
が
it on my first
機運
account.
商会のひいおじいさんが倒れて家から不気味な陶人形が見つかったと。きっとその呪物のせいでしょう。その陶人形は噂で聞いたものとそっくりだ。もしかしたら同じものかもしれない。悪いがちょっと
そんなわけないだろ。ライアンさん、新玉の谷の
何
Missed it. You know DVR mode's on, right? You could always just go back in the stream, even live. As long as you don't forget to go back to like real time later on.
竜祖殿はきっと噂に。
ほ
その門は討伐毘沙門といって四大公務員のうちの一つだ。決してよこしまなものではない。今年のリーウェ港にも公務員を刻んだ吉五船が流通している。
うほう
Anyway, Mr. J was referring to Yunjin.
ああ、
でもライアン
同志は思慮深く捉えどころのない方だ。
Maybe I'll skip the next one. I still need to do this myself. Oh god.
ああ、
おいそう
It's a long quest, man.
おいそうだった
I would like it's certainly far from like Archon quest
この果
levels
実
of
を無意にしないよう
length,
もしま
but
だ気が
it's
かりであれば
also not a short quest.
吉五船だ。
勝利殿。ああ、その吉五船の模様だが街で見るものとは違うだろう。見るにそれは
竜祖殿、
おっと
We're doing black magic with the doll.
旅人。ぜひ
I did get a proper mic, by the
ご
way.
存じないかもしれない
You
が
finally afford a little
勝利
something
殿、ぜひその
after
商
quitting
人のところ
smoking.
に
Hey, you know what? Hey, how recent was this? How recent was this?
そうだ。実は数日後、怪盗祭の舞台で先ほど練習した発揮連トートという劇。運金がさ、そういえトート三よ。首席インカ名長、銀霊戦玉元長、そして金木上皇月句。元長はツバメで竹林付きを。彼女は発揮はそれぞれ神通力を持っていますが。
Well, regardless of how recently you quit smoking, congratulations, man. Congratulations. That's not a simple feat right there. That's a pretty life-changing thing.
2、3000年の時を経た今も受け継がれています。これが発揮連トートという。
I'm treating myself to a new piece of gear every month.
はい。
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Good on you, mate.
話は終わったかな。ずっと待ってたんだけど。俺、シャンディ。だって全旅人ってばこのままだと。
That's a pretty life-changing thing you've managed to do there.
旅人を叱っちゃうよ。お腹空いたでしょ。ほら、シャンディ特製の新メニュー。
Now, if I could just find a way to do the same thing for myself, but instead of a new piece of gear every month, just maybe like a new piece of underwear every year, right? Like start small, right? If only now, if I could only find a way to somehow do that. Been smoking like a chimney since high school, dude. Really, man? Can you even imagine how much money you've spent on smoking at the like from then until like the time you stopped?
まだ終わっ
Whenever someone says they quit smoking, I always remember about people smoking the fumes. Oh wait, I think I heard about that. That's kind of weird. Like, what are they smelling? What are they smoking? Plastic? They're smelling plastic? Smoke too, RJ? No, no. I think I've told this story a couple of times on stream already. But, so, I smoked when I was in... So this was before I got a computer. I can't say exactly what grade I was in, but I know for sure that it was before my dad bought me a computer. At least a year before my dad got me a computer. Because I still used to like go over to my friend's house and like friends' houses and like hang out over there. So and I know that my dad got me a computer in the summer between grade 3 and grade 4. So first time I smoked would have been somewhere around the summer of the summer between grade 2 and grade 3, or maybe the summer between grade 1 and grade 2, somewhere around there. It wasn't for too long. It was only for a couple of days. But it was easily very easily addictive. Because once I started, I wanted another stick, like immediately. I just wanted stick after stick. But thank goodness it only lasted for a couple of days. I did not pick it up again until high school. Like, man, okay, high school for me was like a very weird time. Like, I don't know where I was in high school, man. I would refer to myself as a delinquent, not like you know, like criminal delinquent, but like I would certainly refer to myself as a delinquent. Like, if I was my own, like if high school me, and like I was my high school myself's dad, I would refer to myself as a delinquent. I don't know. I was a lost teenager in high school. I did all sorts of things just because I thought doing this, doing that made me cool. I picked up the habit again in high school, but again, it was just for like just for a couple of days too.
そのことなら麓で薬草入れのカゴを見つけたの。7のものかもしれない。でも
Okay, but what are you trying to quit other than poverty? Really nothing, man. I have nothing that I'm trying to quit. I am very happy with everything going on in my life right now. Really, like my only problem really is just poverty. That's it. Everything for me is going really well. I guess like the only other thing that I'm sad about is it is like because of poverty. I'm kind of sad that I can't afford another kid. Me and my wife have talked about it several times already. We both agree that it would be nice to have 3 or even 4 kids. In that way, like when they get older, when they're in their adult years, like facing life and going through struggles and stuff, like they have someone, they have a couple of people to turn to. But we also both agree that we just can't afford another one.
幸運閣の義理がたい北斗褒め言葉はいい。その代わり容赦ないわ。天チ様にまさか。
Is that why RJ has 5 Genshin accounts? Now it starts to make sense.
お、旅人にパイモン。久しぶりだな、チビ。
I mean, thinking about it seriously now, I don't think it has anything to do with it.
じゃ、ちょっと急いでるんで。
At least from how I see it. I don't think... I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with it.
さすがね、イエロ北斗戦でもまあそんなところね。
Also, you can quit underwear free yourself.
あそこって
二人が人を探していることは知っているわ。今の状況から
教会
ええ。リーユへの生徒
You know, if only I had good pairs of sweatpants. Like, if only I had good pairs of sweatpants, I wouldn't mind going commando most of the time, even outside.
もちろんでも
But I don't have good pairs of sweatpants, so
おいらたちだけじゃ
防除旅館に行ってコーマ体制
this addiction has nothing to do with the desire I can't fulfill. For real, for real. You make it sound so. You make it sound so. You're so good at making it sound like a lie. Hey, what's up, Ali?
教文は先ほど北斗船長が引き受け残る証文については
Did you guys hear about Hoyo working with the feds? I think I don't know if it was in China or not. I don't know. Hoyo working with the feds to get around 30 people arrested, involved with making and selling cheats. Like I know that like there really are people that use cheats in Genshin, but like listening to it. I don't know, like I still can't believe it. Like I was just listening to it. I know that like there really are some people that do that, but I just like I'm listening to it and I still just can't believe that people feel the need to cheat. Like let alone right, like buying, like spending money to cheat. Like if you could spend money to cheat in a, by the way, single player game, no, like zero competitiveness. If you have money to spend on that, why didn't you just like spend money in the game? Cheating in a single player game, right? Like what's the point? Who are you trying to impress? And like, so I guess like there is an awkward phase there's an awkward phase in everybody's accounts go through, where like when everyone's accounts like for example at the very beginning you basically one-hit everything. Like you basically one-hit every monster you come across, even though like none of your characters are geared, right? And that's sort of like in your first few days of Genshin, and then like in about a week or maybe a month after that, if you've been playing actively, at some point you keep raising your characters, you keep raising your world level, your adventure rank. At some point you're gonna start to hit a point where your character builds are not, you are incapable of improving your character builds yet, because you can't farm efficiently yet, and you're like all your resources are still like focused on are still going towards just leveling your characters, not even like raising talents, but you can't even farm artifacts yet, right? Like you're just farming world bosses. And but enemies, like enemy HPs are getting higher and higher. Like I get that there's this awkward phase somewhere between like 2 weeks to like a month or 2 months after starting after playing actively. But then like sooner or later you are gonna get through that phase. So like at that point, the money you've spent
and have now permanently lost on buying a cheat is now just permanently gone for something that you temporarily used. FBI, open up, drop that cheat engine. And like, people cheating in Genshin, like, I don't see how it even affects the game. Like, I don't see how it affects other people. Like, obviously, it affects the security, the security of those using those cheats and like having them installed on their devices, right? Because that's the potential security risk right there. But I don't see how it affects other people. Well, I guess there is the possibility that like their friend wants to log into their Genshin account, and their battery just died, like their own phone just died, like their battery just died, and they're hanging out with their friends and are like, hey, can I borrow your phone? I just need to condense some resin. Right, like in order, like right, like and then like that guy had a cheat on it, and that cheat just so happened to be spyware. So like I get it. That's a potential security risk. But I don't see how it affects like a huge chunk of the population. I've seen people use mods to change the outfit, but never beyond that. Most of the enemies in the open world die before I end my rotation, right? But then yeah, like I said, like there is that awkward phase in after, like in the first, after the first 1 or 2 weeks, where like everything just gets harder to beat. The only reason to cheat in Genshin is to troll people, which is admittedly fun. There was also the Kave incident, man. I don't know if you were already playing Genshin when that happened. Oh, I'm sure you were. Yeah, I'm sure you were, because like that was somewhere in Fontaine. Genshin uses a kernel level anti-cheat, so maybe they just want to know how they bypassing that anti-cheat. Maybe. Or you could delete their statue of the Seven. Man, that was the Kave incident, man. That was rough. Other than that, I don't even know why Hoyo would bother. I guess. Well, that's the thing though. Like, I think why Hoyo is even bothering to do that is, so one, if these people are able to afford to buy the cheat software, then these people are probably able to afford Primogems, like Genesis crystals. Right? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Because they are desperate enough. They are desperate enough to want to make their accounts stronger, that they're willing to pay, and some are able to pay money for a stronger account. Which, you know, surprise, surprise, Hoyo already sells you in the form of constellations. So like, I guess like, okay, it's it makes a difference, right? Not a big difference to Hoyo's bottom line at the end of the day, but it makes some difference. It is some difference. Another thing too is they want to send a message. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. Man, I love some of the Joker's lines from like the Dark Knight trilogy. Where's the thing? Did it go out yet? I didn't notice? No?
Oh, there. Because if cheaters and cheat makers for Genshin are left unchecked for too long, what ends up happening is that industry it continues to get bigger, right? It's gonna continue to get bigger. It's gonna continue to get bigger very slowly, especially because Genshin's not a competitive game, right? It's a single player game, so like the cheat industry around Genshin isn't as big as say like in competitive games, but it does still exist, and like who knows, right? Who knows? One of these days, one of these cheat makers might just make another Kabe incident. And what if they somehow make it even worse? And if that day does come, what if there are so many of them that Hoyo won't be able to patch them all anymore because there's so many of them? So it's like so I usually refer to this as cutting off the horns while they're short. And it's similar to beginning to discipline a child while it's young. Right? Because like you can't just like spoil a kid like when they're young and then expect them to still be controllable in their teen years, right? When they become a teen, like that's not how it works, right? If you made them grow up to be spoiled, then by the time they're teenagers, like there'll be no hope of controlling them anymore. There'll be no hope of disciplining them anymore. So that's why I refer to it as cutting off the horns while they're still short. Because I sort of see bad behavior as like, horns, right? Like Hellboy horns. And while they're short, I will start cutting them off now so they don't grow long. Oh, you know what? Okay, I just thought of a potential reason why people might want to cheat in Genshin. Exploration. Like, could you imagine just your exploration being instantly done at the press of a button, right? Like, all your chests, rewards, and primos just instantly collected. It sort of defeats the purpose of even like downloading the game in the first place. Because like, why did you even bother downloading the game if you're not even if you don't even want to play it? I guess like you could argue that okay, these people, like maybe some of these players only want the they only want to do the combat side of Genshin. But they want the combat side of Genshin to be easier, to be more fun, by being able to get more characters. And being able to get more characters means that you need more primos. And getting a lot of primos means doing all your exploration, doing all your events and stuff like that. So I guess that one is a little bit more of an acceptable, well, not like cheating in games, I overall is unacceptable, right? But like it's it's sort of at least at least we don't just face palm, because like that reasoning doesn't make you just face palm. Like, why? Right? At least that reasoning at least makes you just shrug. You're like, all right. One tap and boom, all your chests are gone. RJ dropping quotes before GTA 6. What is this before GTA 6 thing? Is that like an online meme at this point?
This isn't the first time I've heard someone say something something before GTA 6.
さすが一
なんだよ。ごめん、店長様。
フードシュ。
いやいや、そんなことな。
私も気になる。
前にも同じようなことが。うん。だから、これまでは。
その原因。
まだ。今のところ。ナタのことを思い出したんだろう。リーユへの生と死の境界。
ナタの災難。
その通り。通りでじゃあ、式を焼き払うだけじゃ間に合わない。問題解決の鍵は教会そのものにあると思う。さすが店
You
長。
know, I think Hu Tao's new skin looks cute,
そうだよ。
but I don't think it looks good in combat.
八門っていうのは
It just looks like it looks very similar. It gives off the same vibes as like the Ayaka skin, which looks pretty. It's a pretty skin, but it's like mostly only good for like picture taking. But it just I don't think it looks good in combat.
フードシュ。いえ。
何々？
十数年。
確か店長様、その件とは関係ないよ。
わかったわ。
それじゃ私はいろいろ準備があるから先に王城堂に帰るね。他にそうだライアン。わかった。
How much is that? Sorry, how much is what? People became so bored waiting for GTA 6. They started saying things like, "We got something before GTA 6." It's their coping mechanism, I guess. It's for the gooners. Oh. I'm broke, so I never dreamed of playing GTA 6. I don't like GTA 6 anyways. I don't see myself getting GTA 6. Like, because I'm sure it is gonna be an expensive game. So you know, okay, so you know how like most games before 2024, right? Before 2024, like the more like the AAA games, most of the time cost somewhere around $50. $50 at some point before 2024 seemed to be like the ceiling, like the price ceiling for video games in general, right? Like even AAA games from like huge game studios and publishers, right? Like $50 seemed to be the price ceiling until at some point somewhere along 2024, somewhere along in 2024, I don't remember which game it was, but it was a AAA game, and it was the first game to be priced at $70. And there are some people that are some people that are thinking that GTA 5 might be GTA 6 might be the first game to break that ceiling again, like to raise the ceiling again. In fact, like I saw this news article of I don't know who it was, but it was someone who worked for a game developer, and they quoted like in public that they hope GTA 5 will be priced at $80. Or sorry, I keep saying 5. GTA 6 will be priced at $80 or more. Oh, bounce for a bit? Oh, alright. Take care, Mr. J. I'd much rather, what? Much rather buy Red Dead Redemption 2 than need you in GTA 5. Oh, really? You got something against the GTA games, Bulbasaur? You'd be much more worried about your PC if you could run, rather than the game price. Yeah, but like if a PS5 can run it, then I'm willing to bet an average PC can run it. I'll be at low settings, but like hey, right? Hey,
I was somehow able to play GTA 5 on my $500 laptop from 2014. I was somehow able to do that. It took me a lot of hours of optimizing. But I did it. In fact, not even just I didn't even play it just once. I played it multiple times on that laptop, and at some point I got this laptop that I have now, and I was able to play GTA 5 again, even better on this laptop. Again, another couple of hours of optimizing, but it worked. GTA 6 is gonna cost $100 at base. Rockstar Games said it already, and I wouldn't be surprised if Rockstar did that, because like they know their position in the gaming industry. They know how hot GTA games are. They know how much people are willing to pay for that, and they know exactly how much. So I wouldn't be surprised if GTA 6, like initially, like, day one came at $100. You either get a jet engine sound or GTA 6 with Vice City graphics. Oh, you know what? Hey, Luap, I don't know how to explain this, because like I don't even understand most of the stuff that I did, like, to optimize GTA 5 on my laptop. It was from a guy on YouTube called Pangino, I don't know, Panjno, and like that's sort of like his whole like channels thing, just optimizing games, and he had this one, like, it's a pretty old video. I don't even know if it's still like relevant today, but it was like a bunch of stuff specifically just to optimize GTA 5, and it included like switching out certain game files, which, by the way, like, do it at your own risk, right? Because like switching out game files for game files that you downloaded off the internet, like, always a risky thing. So do that at your own risk. Switching out game files, changing stuff in the registry, very, very risky stuff. But it somehow made GTA 5 like so smooth, even on the laptop. Like, I don't even know, like, I don't know even half the stuff of what I did. Like, I don't understand what it was for. Just like Red Dead Redemption 2 story and style way more than GTA series. I don't hate GTA, it's just preference thing for me, I guess. I see. Yeah, and like, plus the fact that GTA 6 is coming out on PS5 initially, and it'll probably be at least another 1 or 2 years before GTA 6 even comes out on PC. I sort of hate this game mode. Like, this mini game. I hate it. Yeah, I hate it. It takes too much of my attention, and it takes too much time for how little rewards you're getting in return. And it's too much effort for how little I feel like I'm getting in return. This music suddenly reminded me of Kung Fu Hustle. Man, if you know that movie, then you're a legend. You know that movie, you're a legend. You have lived 45% of your life if you know that movie. Darn it. Okay, that was a mistake. What? I somehow lost? Okay, I wasn't paying attention to what the other guy was doing, but man, how did I lose? I really feel like I was doing well. Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer. Yeah. Yeah. Those two. Man, if you haven't seen those two movies, then you are missing out on half your life. That frog style fight at the end of that movie still terrifies you? What? Terrifies you? How does it? What? Question mark. Why? Stephen Chow is such an awesome actor and filmmaker, right? And have you heard the rumors about Kung Fu Hustle 3? Or no, 3? No, I'm an idiot. 2. Kung Fu Hustle 2. Towards the end of 2024, there were some rumors circling around about a potential Kung Fu Hustle 2 happening, like being in the works. Oh, that was dumb. This is taking so long. If this event didn't give like a decent amount of rewards, I just like, man, I wouldn't even mind not doing this. Completely skipping it. I don't like it. It's annoying. It takes a lot of time. Okay, I don't think I should continue playing this anymore. My brain just started to doze off. Walmart Tetris. That human turning into a frog is unsettling. Also, I was 9 years old. Oh, I see, I see. Stephen Chow is awesome. Not fan made something? Um, I think I remember some people saying that it was like Stephen Chow himself saying that. Like I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't remember it specifically anymore. Okay, how long has this stream been going? 2 hours. Okay, I feel like that's still quite short for a stream, but I'm getting sleepy, and I think I shouldn't push myself too long today, because last night I pushed myself like way longer than I should have, especially like because the fact that I had work at 9:30, and like I went to bed at like almost 4. Like, that was not good. Like if I keep doing that to myself like consistently, that's not gonna be good in the long term. Yeah, I don't think I should keep going for today. I think 2 hours is still pretty short for a stream, but hey. Disappointing. Kind of disappointing, because still a lot of stuff to do. And in fact, I haven't even, like, man, I still have not done any exploration. Like, in the 5.2 regions of Natlan. Like, I did this on this account, but I haven't even done these 2 regions. I haven't done any of these 3 on my second account. And I don't think I even like got all the Pyroculi, like 5.2 Pyroculus on my second account yet. I'm not even sure if I did that on my friend's account yet either. Also probably the only movie that is closer to being compared to an anime or something is just awesome. You know, that Stephen Chow should just be the one that makes movies out of anime. Oh, you know what? That's true. That's true. He should be the guy who does live adaptations of anime. Like he should have been the guy who made the One Piece like live action One Piece. One Piece. Like what other animes have been adapted into live action so far? So there was the one with Scarlett Johansson in it. I don't remember what it was. Oh, Avatar. Oh God. Oh, Avatar. Yeah. Oh man. Although I don't know how Stephen Chow would like that would like Stephen Chow's uh vibe like would fit into the Avatar like story. Cuz like Avatar is, yeah, it has its like silly moments, sure. That's certainly I'm pretty sure Stephen Chow could capture those moments. But like what about the series? Well, okay, now that I think about it. Hmm. No. Yeah, I mean like I guess in Shaolin Soccer and what's it called? Kung Fu Hustle, there were some serious moments, but they were more like 5 seconds of like, hey, I'm serious now. I've gotten stronger now. And then like afterwards, just even more of like stupidness. Like, and when I say stupidness, I mean like way over the top stuff. Like One Punch Man over the top stuff. Oh my God, Stephen Chow One Punch Man.
Oh God. Oh my God. That has to become a thing. That like if that doesn't happen in this universe, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Like One Punch Man, live action One Punch Man by Stephen Chow. You know, RJ not having proper sleep schedule makes you snore louder in your sleep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I realize that, and plus the fact that like irregular sleep schedules, like not even sleeping late, right? Like it's not as bad if you sleep late as long as you sleep late consistently. But if you sleep late and it's irregular, that's like awful. That is terrible for your immune system. Dragon Ball Z. Okay, that sounds like something that I think Stephen Chow might be able to like put onto the screen. Everything's CGI. Yeah, yeah, and like this is something that the Corridor crew. I don't know if you guys know them. They're like see VFX artists channel. It's something that they constantly point out is like it, everything is CGI now. Like in these big, like huge Hollywood blockbuster films, right? They're like big action sequences, like oh god, a huge avalanche, or like a building crashing, or like a bridge collapsing, stuff like that. Like and because like everything is like CGI, like because it's CGI, they can easily like make the scenes like large scale like destruction scenes, and like so that the viewers, so that the people watching can sort of put it into perspective, they have to like zoom out and stuff, right? Like they have to zoom out, they have to like look at the big picture. But then like because now we're looking at the big picture, we can't see the little picture anymore. We can't see like how the main character is in all this destruction in there anymore. We just see a bridge being destroyed. We just see a tsunami happening, but we don't see like the struggles of the main character anymore. The character that we care about. Like it lost like just having everything CGI and like large scaling everything makes it lose like it just makes it movies like these lose like the viewers, the watchers, like um connection to the main character, because everything just becomes like way too like large scale. CGI is expensive though. Yeah, that's true. That's true. CGI is expensive, especially if you want the best CGI. You're certainly gonna want the best CGI studios as well. Like special effects houses is, I believe, what they're referred to as. And they're not. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like you guarantee they're not gonna come cheap. Maybe Rurouni Kenshin is the only adaptation I can remember that is good. Man, I still can't. I still can't. Like man, I got myself excited thinking about just thinking about One Punch Man, like live action One Punch Man by Stephen Chow. That would be like, man, that would be peak. I think. Hey, what's up, wrong person? How's it going, man? That would be peak. Like One Punch Man, like it just seems because like One Punch Man is like most of the time just like over the top stuff, right? Which is exactly what Stephen Chow does. That's exactly what Stephen Chow does, just over the top stuff. Anyway, so yeah, wrong person. I'm sorry, man. You came at a bad time. I am calling it a night early today because like I called it a night really late yesterday, and I don't want to be doing that too consistently. But anyway, yeah, I'm calling it a night early today. 2 hour stream, sort of short. You know, it could have been a 2.5 hour stream. Like right now, it's like OBS says 2 hours 15 minutes. It could have been 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But then like the power just had to go out 15 minutes into the first stream. So, um, early. I okay, all right. Relative. Okay, relative to how I usually call it. Relative to how I usually call it. Usually when I start streaming at like 10:30, I usually stop at like 2 or 2:30 in the morning. But relative to that, I'm calling it early today. How about Detective Pikachu? I have mixed feelings about it. I did not watch Detective Pikachu. I just I just knew that it was like one of those like Hollywood cash grabs, right? Super popular IP, Pikachu, Pokemon. Super popular Hollywood actor, Ryan Reynolds, and CGI. I just like whenever I see that nowadays, when I see that like combination, I just immediately it's just like I vomit in my mouth. I throw up in my mouth. I'm like, just I just assume that it's garbage already. Like, what was that thing? Like the movie, that Christmas movie, that Santa Claus movie with The Rock and like a bunch of other like top tier Hollywood actors. Like it was like it was an I think it was an Amazon thing, or was it a Netflix thing? I don't remember. I think it was Amazon. I think it was Amazon Prime. I saw not a trailer, but I heard about it. I heard people talk about it, and I was like immediately okay. Well, big big Hollywood actor, like famous names, a lot of CG, and a very well known. Well, not I don't think Santa Claus is an IP, but like yeah, be like very well known like name or like type of story or whatever. Red one, yeah, Red one. Thank you. That's right. That's right. And I just like immediately assumed that it was gonna be garbage. And hey, I was right. Everyone says it's awful. Minecraft. Oh my. Oh. Ooh. Oh no. Oh man. Oh. Ugh. Minecraft was the Minecraft movie. Stop adapting games or anime into movie. I you know, I I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think the problem is that what's happening is these the people that are deciding, that are making the big decisions on these things are not always the artists, right? Because like here's the thing. And like it's usually the executives that are making these decisions. They see that, oh, Pokemon, Nintendo makes a ton of money from Pokemon, stuff like that, right? Like Pikachu is famous. Okay, all right. Like, oh, who else is famous here? Like, we need a voice actor. Okay, really famous, really funny. Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, okay. All right. How do we make this like furry creature into real life? CGI. Okay, hire ILM. Okay, ILM, Ryan Reynolds, Pikachu. Okay, we're done. Pay Nintendo. And then that's it. Like and then they immediately, like, just because they have those like big things all together in one movie, they think that it's instantly okay, make more money. Yeah, it's mostly shareholders. Yeah, yeah. And
the problem too is like even if the executives, the studio executives allow the the directors and producers and like everybody else on everybody else who works on the movie creative freedom, even if they're allowed creative freedom with minimal supervision, not all of these Hollywood people know about gaming stuff, right? Like, not all of them, like, very few of them know about the, like, game stuff. They, not all of them know, like, very few of them know about game stuff. Very few of them know about, uh, anime stuff, right? Because, like, they are these the kind of person that a movie director is most likely to be is not somebody who is like an anime geek, somebody who watches anime most of the day, right? And somebody who watches anime most of the day is gonna know like every single nook and cranny of certain anime. In fact, probably more than one, likely more than one. But that doesn't mean that that person also has like good creativity in terms of filmmaking, right? So like it is very hard to find someone who has the passion and also has the filmmaking experience and creativity. And in like how Marvel, I in my opinion got super lucky, I think, with Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige, like at the beginning, like they allowed him creative freedom, and he himself was just like hugely passionate about this stuff. So it worked out. But then at some point, Kevin Feige was given way too much stuff to work on. He was given way too many projects to be like the head of. Like in fact, like they made Kevin Feige, from what I remember, they made Kevin Feige in charge of like everything Marvel, not just movies, but movies, the TV shows, and like all their like game, like all of Disney's slash Marvel's contracts slash license agreements with like all the game developers that make Marvel games. And yeah, it's in my opinion, it's like way too much stuff to do, which makes it so that like Kevin Feige, at some point is gonna get to the point where he really only has time to say yes or no. Like he won't be able to like spend time like doing research on stuff, like reading, like thoroughly reading through scripts and thoroughly reading through scripts and like story, like helping to storyboard stuff, and it's just not gonna be good in the end. The making Steven Seagal movie look good at this point. Steven Seagal movie. Oh man, and there's this whole like going woke thing, right? Like Hollywood going woke. I don't even know if I can solely blame shareholders and studio executives for this. I'm pretty sure I can partially blame them for it because these kinds of people are like they are out of touch on like what's really going on the ground. And in fact, like even like the directors and producers, like the types of people that these people are, like they are like big dollar people. Like they're these people are rich, and like they most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, they just can't really see what's going on the ground most of the time, especially with like some all the things that are going on with the world right now. Barely watch any movies nowadays. There are barely any movies that are worth watching. You know, like the one movie that I've been like looking forward to the last couple of years has been like not just one movie, but like movie, I guess, chain series has been Sonic.
Like me, my wife, and my son, we watched the first like live action Sonic, and like we were holding our guts laughing like throughout the whole movie. We watched the second one, even better. Like they somehow like made our guts hurt even more from laughing. And then like I'm kind of excited to see Sonic 3. I'd rather watch some isekai trash animes. Yeah, like I agree. Right, like compared to like the Minecraft movie, I did not see it by the way. I saw the trailer and like I said, I saw that like oh big Hollywood names, big IP, ton of CG. I was immediately like this is going to be garbage. No way am I watching this. So, yeah, like compared to that kind of garbage, I'd rather watch like isekai, like harem, like OPMC, like trash, like throwaway anime than like whatever garbage is coming out of Hollywood nowadays. Would rather watch YouTube skits. I've never watched any Sonic movie. It is really funny, man. Like I don't think like if I watched Sonic alone, I wouldn't enjoy it. I mean, like I wouldn't say like I wouldn't enjoy it. I would enjoy it, but it wouldn't be as fun slash funny to me if I watched it alone than if I watched it with my son and my wife. It is a very family type movie. I think one of the biggest people who are like just carrying the Sonic movies. So like whoever the voice actor is for like the for Sonic in the live action Sonic movies, he's doing pretty well. He's doing really well. Uh the movies themselves are also just like they're good. They're good. I think they're good. Mm, the plots are not so complicated that like most people can follow it. Like even the kids can follow the plot. Uh, but they're also not so simple that it just ends up being boring. And the jokes land. The jokes and the funny stuff. They're not cringe. They're not cringe. The CGI is fine. CGI is fine. The CGI is decent. And Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, man. Yeah, yeah, Jim still has it, man. And like so I recently saw this short. It was an interview with Jim Carrey. I don't know when this interview happened, but it was like I was I'm looking at Jim Carrey in this short. Uh he was being interviewed and asked about The Grinch. And it seemed like older, like Jim Carrey, not like 2025 old 2025 old Jim, but like somewhere in the last maybe 5 years maybe. And it's funny. It's like he says like he says that like parents are telling their kid, like parents that see Jim Carrey and like are telling their kid like hey you know who this is, this is the Grinch. And like the kids like nah, I don't believe it. I don't believe you. And then like Jim Carrey just like he like man, I cannot begin to explain like my storytelling of like Jim Carrey and like his the way he just changed his face from like normal person face to like the Grinch is just man, how does he do it? It's he just says like in the end like the parents are just surprised. They're like, "Oh, we thought it was makeup." Because his face just looks immediately like exactly like what the Grinch looked like. Must be a blast to have that kind of father. I don't think so. I don't think so. Cause like you know how like Jim Carrey has had I don't think it's depression issues, but like I think Jim Carrey does have some issues. I think outside of his like like outside of the screen, off screen, I don't think Jim Carrey is that. I think that is sort of like a persona that Jim Carrey puts on when he's on camera. And I'm willing to bet that he's like generally like uh maybe not serious. Like yeah, serious, but like quiet and like mostly like always thinking and overthinking kind of person off screen. And I don't know, like I'm sure I'm sure like he's good, a good dad and all, but he wouldn't be that fun, I think, off camera. But if he was that fun off camera, then like yeah, obviously like that would be a blast. Like everyone would just be laughing their socks off all the time. Because from like Ace Ventura, from his Ace Ventura days, to oh man, what else? What else are some big Jim Carrey stuff? Oh, Bruce Almighty. Bruce Almighty was a pretty big deal. What else were there? So Ace Ventura. Oh, Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber. The Mask. Oh God, how did I forget The Mask? Yeah, The Mask. Dumb and Dumber. Ace Ventura. Man, Ace Ventura. Like I will never forget some of those scenes. Like I'm probably gonna carry some of those scenes in my brain to my grave. Like that monster truck scene. Man, the very beginning of the movie. The very beginning of the movie, he instantly trolls like one of the guys in the office, and just like the face of his one of his colleagues in the office, and then like immediate the first thing I see of Jim Carrey is his butt. Just like him like making it into a face. I'd like to ask some questions. Oh god. And I remember seeing this short of Jim Carrey as well. Jim Carrey in I believe it was in Bruce Almighty. So, and from if I'm remembering this correctly, Steve Carell was in that movie too, and Steve Carell was a newscaster. And so I've always liked I like Steve Carell, and I think his like funny faces are funny. Like whenever he has like that serious like just blank expression, and then he does like a blah, 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 he does stuff like that like with his face. I just think it's hilarious. But then like in that scene, it was Steve Carell on TV, and then like Jim Carrey off the TV, like in the studio, and like controlling Steve Carell, and like both of them doing it at the same time. I was like surprised. I thought like Steve Carell was my favorite person doing stuff like that with his face. And then like I was seeing like Jim Carrey like behind the camera. Not like yeah, behind the camera because of his I think it was like a news company. Like he was like behind the scenes, like trying to controlling Steve Carell, and they were both doing the face, and you're like, blah, 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 and I was like, oh God, okay, well I know who my funny face favorite is now. I got a new funny face favorite now. One of the best crossovers, right? And something that I wish had happened is a Jim Carrey Joker. So I know that Jim Carrey's been in a Batman movie before, but he was the Riddler in what was one of the not so great Batman movies, the George Clooney one. Not so great Batman movies, and I think he would have made a really good Joker. Yeah, I think he would have made a really good Joker.
Him and like some of my favorite actors that I wish would just play Joker at one point are, so Jim Carrey is one. Another one is shoot, what's his name? I don't know the guy's name. The guy who plays the guy who played Green Goblin in the first the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. I think he'd make a great Joker. Like a very I think he'd make a dark Joker though. Like a very dark Joker. Um shoot. I think Jim Carrey would make a great like like Batman the animated series kind of Joker. Defoe. Yeah, Willem Dafoe. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. I think so like if any of you guys have seen the Batman animated series from the 90s and the 2000s. No, no, not 90s, like the 2000s. Um the Joker in that series was like not so dark, still a bit dark in there, but mostly silly and funny, but still evil. And I think Jim Carrey would make a great Joker, like very similar to that. I think I remember seeing seeing a video of like I don't remember which channel it was from. Um, there apparently there's this comic of the Joker, like there being like three different Jokers, like with three different personalities, and I think Defoe, like Willem Defoe, would make a great like that kind of Joker. Question is like who would make a great Spider-Man? Oh, sorry. Like what does it say? Spider-Man. Batman. Sorry. Man. At this point, I think the Joker is like a more interesting character than Batman. Like, I wouldn't mind anybody just playing Batman. How about Tom Cruise Batman? I don't think it would be a bad idea. It would be a very expensive Batman movie, but I don't think I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to. You watched Penguin, RJ? No, no, I haven't. But I hear a lot of good things about it, especially like the guy who played Penguin. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. I'm trying to picture out Tom Cruise as Batman, and some part of me thinks that the formula is wrong, but like a part of my brain is also thinking it's probably the right thing to do. Like it wouldn't make sense from a financial standpoint. Like they most of the budget would have to go to Tom Cruise's salary. Cuz like Tom Cruise does like insane stunts, right? Like he likes doing like big stunts on screen. Like whether it's him like all the time doing the stunts itself, I don't care. But like in Mission Impossible, like think about like the scaling scaling down like the side of the Burj Khalifa, right? Like that is such a Batman thing to do. Right? That is such a Batman thing to do. And like man, like there might have already been some scenes of Tom Cruise being like behind someone talking to them and then like suddenly disappearing like as soon as like the guy they're talking to like turns to them and like that's like I'm willing to bet that there've already been a couple of scenes like that in some of the Mission Impossible movies, which is by the way exactly like a Batman thing to do. You 1 minute you're talking to him and then you turn around and like okay, he's gone. I wonder who would be a good Alfred though. My favorite live action Alfred so far has been Michael Caine. As well as Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has been Morgan Freeman from the Dark Knight trilogy. Oh man, I'm sorry. You guys got me interested in like yapping about movies and like and stuff. I've been yapping for like half an hour now at this point, like, and we've been staring at the quest menu for like doing nothing this whole time. Anyway, I better get going, guys. I better get going. Thank you though. You guys have been awesome to chat with. Anyway, so for those of you who need help building your characters, accounts, or making a decision which bands to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. If you want my personal opinion, you can ping me over there. My name's Elvis Einstein. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Yeah, think about those two things. Tom Cruise as Batman, and One Punch Man, live action One Punch Man by Stephen Chow. Chow, not Xiao. Stephen Chow. Those are some winner ideas right there. I think. All right, bye.
私は自身